We're live on Facebook. Not on the radio yet.
Oh, okay.
Live on
All right.
Facebook. It's behind the scenes.
Got it.
All hanging out. You can hear what you hear though is what everybody hears on the radio. Good morning, Facebook world. It's Rainy Tuesday. We've got an awesome show for you today. Woo! We have intro music. Yay!
This is good music.
It is good music. We should have played Queen Latifah this morning. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 425 Show, your place to be for all things real estate and lifestyle related here on the East Side. I'm your host, Nicole Mangina, with Windermere Real Estate. And this is by far my favorite day of the week because for me, real estate is about so much more than bedrooms and baths. It's about the people, the places, the events that make this the community that it forms the backdrop of your life. And I just love calling the Pacific Northwest home. So that is, to me, what real estate is all about, whether I'm helping a seller market not just their home, but what's around it that makes it such an amazing place to live, or if it's a buyer and they're trying to find not just the right house with the right bedrooms and baths, but the right things that go with it, the community, the commute, all of those things that's going to make it the right spot for the next chapter of their lives. It means the world to me. I am always completely honored and incredibly grateful whenever I get to work with a client with their real estate transactions. So if you've got real estate on the brain, I encourage you to reach out. You can always find me via email at Nicole@NicoleMangina.com. I forgot my email and it's my name. That's how this day's going to go. Nicole@NicoleMangina.com. There you go. Today, instead of doing a real estate update, I just wanted to do a shout out to the whole crew at HopeLink. Lauren Thomas, their CEO, Kenny Fox, who does a lot with them. They did their fundraising lunch yesterday that was it was amazing. They do it every year at the Maidenbauer Center. There were almost 2,000 people there. Queen Latifah was the keynote speaker. Amazing. I think there are a lot of people reliving, their glory days of listening to her when she was a rapper and first coming up. But they do, and we've had them on the show. We'll have a link to HopeLink and their previous episode on today's post as well. You can always find that at NicoleMangina.com/podcast. But they are such an amazing organization, and they are such a holistic organization, which is, I think, part of what makes them so effective. If you need food, they have a food bank. If you need help getting a job, credit counseling, parenting classes, they've got it all. If you need a ride to that job or to get your child to a medical appointment, you can call on HopeLink. And it was really interesting yesterday. They always have people who talk about their experience of going through HopeLink. And, Queen Latifah talked about it as well with some of her struggles growing up of poverty. And it's interesting, one of my ahas from yesterday is realizing there are a lot of people that become adults that they don't have the tools to become adults. Not everybody starts with the same platform in life by the time you get to adulthood. Not everybody has the tools that it takes to be successful or make it, either as an individual and or as a parent. And that's really where HopeLink comes in. They fill those gaps for people and they give them the education that they need so that they can go on and get out of poverty and be a productive, successful, financially stable adult and parent. So cannot say enough about their organization. It is really, if you donate to them, you can really feel good about knowing that your dollars are going to do great things in our local community. So talk about what makes this a great place to live. HopeLink is definitely a key part of that. I would encourage you to donate if you are thinking about it. Again, we'll have the link for that on the website after the show, NicoleMangina.com/podcast. There you go. Congratulations, HopeLink. That was a job well done yesterday. So without further ado, I'm excited to introduce Ashley Thomson with Alice's Table.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making the drive in. It's a little rainy this morning.
That it is.
It's sweater and boot weather.
Absolutely.
And it's event season. So this is perfectly timed for today because I went to an Alice's Table event last year with some girlfriends. And, I say event season because we're coming into the holidays, right? Halloween is next week.
Yeah.
Way off on my timing. But there you go.
Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
It is. That's kind of the week after, really.
Yeah.
And we've all got a lot of things that we do, whether you're hosting or doing different things, but it's also a time to just get together with everybody, right? It seems like everybody wants to do their holiday get-togethers, but then how do you make it meaningful? How do you make it fun without being super stressful?
Yep, exactly.
And that's where Alice's Table comes in.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about what it is.
Sure. So Alice's Table, I head up Alice's Table Bellevue. I'm pretty much the only one in the Seattle area, so I kind of have the whole Seattle region. But Alice's Table is a flower arranging workshop. So we bring all the tools that you need, all the flowers, supplies, anything that you need. I teach you class step by step on how to arrange an arrangement, depending on the type of arrangement that we're doing that day. And it's just a fun way to get together with girlfriends and do something different and make a beautiful arrangement. And then also you get to take it home with you, so you get to know how the tips and tricks work in the future. So when you get flowers in the future, you know what to do and how to arrange them. So
yeah, and it's great, and you are phenomenal at it.
Thank
we
you.
had such a good time. I'm kind of a flower buffoon. I love flowers, and I'm definitely one of those people where you have the pieces and you put them together, and it doesn't really look the same as everybody else's. But you took every one of us through and we all came out, they were all different, but all beautiful arrangements. I was totally excited to go put that on my table.
That's why I never show anybody what the picture looks like beforehand, because I always get the naysayers that are going to say, I can't do that. And so I just say, wait till the end. Everyone gets the same instructions, but everyone's turns out completely different, but completely beautiful. And usually I always get, wow, I didn't think I could do this. So it's great to be able to watch that. And I think it's fun to be able to see everyone's arrangement.
It is. We all get to have our own Martha Stewart moment,
right?
It's like, check me out.
Absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that this is out there, and this is an option. I was on the website reading this morning, and they're talking about it's just a fun way to create community and bond.
Yeah.
And just really, really have a good time. So I think this is a great thing for people to do, like I said. And the great thing is you have events that you already have scheduled.
Yep, absolutely.
So if you are thinking this is super fun, I would love to do it with some friends, but you don't want to, post it or do it. All you have to do is go online and find one. How do they find it?
So they can do it a couple ways. So I am Alice's Table Bellevue, so you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. We have all of our postings on there for all of our events.
Okay.
You can go directly to the Alice's Table website. And there's a search function for events. If you just go to Washington, you'll see all the events in the Seattle Bellevue area that we have hosting coming up in the next month and a half or so. And then we also do have a couple events. One already scheduled for Mother's Day next May, and then another one coming up, going to be scheduled soon. So we've got a lot of events coming up, so it'll be exciting. But that's how you can find out where all the events are.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Or somebody could host their own event.
Absolutely.
If they wanted to reach out to you and just say, you know what, I've got these people and I want to do it at my home or whatever the venue is.
Yep, and we love doing that as well. We'll bring everything to your home. You just have to bring at least 10 people and have them sign up. You can bring snacks and appetizers. If people want to bring drinks, that's up to them. But we'll bring everything to your home, and we can do it right out of your home. A lot of girls love to do that, especially around the holidays.
Yeah.
To do it with their girlfriends and just have some fun downtime, but be creative as well.
Yeah, it is. It's super fun to be creative. I think we're not creative enough.
That's right.
In today's day and age, right?
Yeah.
We're so digital. We're just getting things done. So to just be creative is great. I feel like there's no, like you said, there's no right or wrong way.
That's right.
You just get to put some stuff together and have fun. And it is, you have it dialed in because you do. You had everything there. It was perfectly laid out. It was easy.
Yes.
Right? And made it really enjoyable. And you gave us all kinds of really great tips about things. I think one of them was how you wash your vases, right? Or
absolutely.
Vases. I'm sorry. With some Grey Poupon. You're not supposed to use dish soap, correct?
Correct. Yep. So you don't ever want to put your vases in the dishwasher or use dish soap, because the even though it dries, the soap residue inside the vase will actually kill your flowers faster. So we say to use either like a light vinegar solution, or if it's nasty, which hopefully after taking my class you learn how to make sure you don't get that nasty mucky water in your flowers, that a light bleach just to kind of wipe it out and let it dry. But a lot of times I always ask in my class who puts their vases in the dishwasher, and 90% of the time I get almost 100% hands raised.
Really? Oh my goodness.
So that's always a fun tip to tell people. So
yeah, well, good to know.
Yeah.
All right. One of the other great tips was how to tell if flowers, I think particularly roses, if you should buy them.
Yeah,
right?
so that's one of my favorite tips to tell people is...
feels like a magic trick.
Yeah. I always get the people that look at me like, I would never do that. But what you do is if you feel the base of the bulb of the rose, it should be firm. A lot of the times if you go into the grocery store, they're actually flat, and those are actually dead roses. So I always...
The ones that don't last for very long.
Yeah, so if you ever get roses sometimes and like 2 days later you're like, they're dead, what happened? It's usually because they were probably dead before you bought them.
Got it.
So what I always challenge my customers to do is to go into, the grocery store the next time they're there and kind of feel all the base of the roses to see how it feels. And I said, don't worry, the florist there will just think you know what you're doing. Don't feel like you look like a crazy person feeling all the roses. But it really is, every time I go into the store, I just do it for fun. And a lot of the times you do find, flat roses. Or sometimes you do find firm ones. So stick to the firm ones because those are the ones that are fresh.
Got it. Is that the same? I know sometimes when I get roses from the store, they come in kind of the tighter buds. And sometimes they open and they're beautiful and it becomes this really full, gorgeous arrangement. And then other times they never really open up. They just kind of stay a little tight like that. They might open up a little bit and then all of a sudden they're dead. I'm like, wait, we missed a step there.
Yeah, it kind of depends.
Is that the same thing?
It depends on what the rose pretty much feels like. A lot of the times with roses that are tightly closed, you first want to take the guard petals off, which I'd hope that if you get an arrangement that's pre-arranged, they've probably already done that for you.
Guard petals. It's a thing.
That is.
You need to take an Alice's Table class to know more about guard petals.
That's
because
right.
There's something to that.
That's right. But there's a lot of times you can blow lightly on the roses that are really, really closed tightly, and that helps to start the opening process.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then there's another way if you kind of just rub your finger that it kind of helps to start that opening process. So it could be that it just missed the step of opening.
Got it. Okay. See? Look at all of the amazing things that you'll learn while having fun.
That's right.
And
I do have to say one of my other favorite tips to give people is about hydrangeas, because hydrangeas are my absolute favorite flowers.
Yeah.
And you actually, when you're cutting them, especially from the garden, you actually, once you cut them, you want to dunk their heads in water for about 15 minutes because they actually drink most effectively from their heads.
Oh, really?
And not their stems.
I've never heard that.
Or if you notice your hydrangeas gets kind of wilty, just kind of dunk them head first into some water and let them drink most efficiently through their heads. And then you want to continuously spray them. Obviously not all the time, but at least a couple times a day once they're in the arrangement. It helps keep them hydrated.
Note to self. Yeah. That's a good tip. Okay.
It's one of my favorites.
That is a good one. I never would have thought of that.
I always get that, oh, wow.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
They're a lot of fun.
See, learning all kinds of good things.
And don't worry, there's tons more in store if you come to one of my classes.
Absolutely. No, we did. We learned so much. One last tip that I thought was really great. I remember our vases. We had is it floral? That
floral ribbon.
Floral ribbon.
Yes.
I was going to say floral tape, and I knew that wasn't the right term. But a lot of us get those in flower arrangements. And that is the vase, and it's the green. It looks like a
banana leaf.
Yeah, a banana leaf that kind of hides the stems and makes it look nice and finished. I have always thrown that out. And that's
they're waterproof,
and reusable. All you need to do is just wipe it off, let it dry, and then you can use it in other arrangements. So you don't have to either keep buying it, although I wouldn't know where to buy it, so I just go without. So you get one piece of banana or floral
ribbon
thing.
All right,
good.
You can buy a whole roll of it if you really wanted to continuously do that, but there's no reason why you can't use the one that you have.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Cool. So lots of great things. It's just, like I said, I think this is a perfect time to do it because if you're looking for a fun way to get together with people and celebrate the holidays, in our house we're big on experiences versus stuff.
Absolutely.
Here you actually get stuff and experiences all rolled into one.
Right.
But there's no pressure. And I also like events where there's kind of something to do, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's really enjoyable.
Yeah.
What are some of the events that you have coming up? You've got a couple before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Which I think is great. I do often try to if I can squeeze in a couple events in November because that time between Thanksgiving and the end of the year does get really condensed and busy in a hurry.
Yeah.
So I think if you can get a jump start in November, sometimes that's fun.
So our first event in November takes place on November 14th at Fullion down in University Village. It's a clean beauty store, and we've got an event there. We've got an event also coming up at Glassy Baby in Madrona on the 17th of November, which is a Sunday morning. And included in the Glassy Baby ticket is a Glassy Baby drinker. So for those Glassy Baby lovers out there, this is always tends to be one of my most popular events, are the Glassy Baby events.
And that's where we did it last year.
Yep.
So I mean, what could be better than that?
Yeah.
You hang out with some friends, you make this really beautiful flower arrangement, you feel super creative, and you get a Glassy Baby drinker out of the whole thing.
And they also provide champagne. So for
Well,
those of you that,
exactly.
like that.
May or may not help with the creativity.
Yeah. And then on the east side in November 19th, we have an event at Mason DeLille, the Wine Lounge. We're doing a Thanksgiving-based arrangement, which is really beautiful. It's got sunflowers and red roses and oranges, just a lot of fall colors, perfect for your Thanksgiving table. And then we also have...
that's downtown Kirkland.
Yes,
Mason.
downtown Kirkland, right on Lake Street, I believe is that main
It
road down
is,
there.
yeah. So super easy. They've got a great parking lot
Yeah.
behind. And downtown, well, I live in Kirkland, so
Yeah.
I'm partial to Kirkland.
Yeah.
But they're both fun. You can venture over to the 206.
That's right.
And do a little
That's
flower
right.
arranging, get some Glassy
That's
Babies.
right.
Which is always fun. They have new ones. They keep
I
coming out
know,
with
they
new
have
ones.
Halloween ones they just launched. And then I heard about a new Christmas one that's like a red and white peppermint.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it yet,
Note
but-
to self, we'll have to check
I
that out. And then DeLille has great
Yes,
wine, and then
absolutely.
downtown Kirkland.
Yep, and then we do have one the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, so right before Thanksgiving, out at the AR Workshop in Seattle, and we're doing a pumpkin-based arrangement. So the arrangement will sit on top of a pumpkin, perfect for your Thanksgiving centerpiece. Give some people pumpkin to talk about.
I like it.
Sorry,
No,
had to throw
I'm
that
just
in there.
laughing. Our youngest, when he learned about puns, every sentence would then end with "but-a-bum."
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, so funny.
I feel the need to throw that.
Yeah. Or the other one we sometimes use is gorgeous with gourds. Yeah. But those are all
Well
the events
done.
we have before Thanksgiving, and then, like I said, we've got our one scheduled Mother's Day event with Glassy Baby next May, and those are a lot of fun. We bring in cookies and mimosa bars and things like that, so they're a lot of fun for Mother's Day.
That's awesome.
Bring your mom, have something fun to do, tips to learn, and no stress. So
Perfect.
yeah,
I was looking on the website. People can do them for bridal showers.
absolutely. Yeah.
I think you could even do it with kids,
Yep.
right? At a,
Yep,
you
they've
get the
got-
right age range.
Yeah, so we can do anything from a flower crown bar for kids. We can
That
do
looked adorable.
yeah, they're so fun. Mini arrangements we can do for little kids' birthday parties, things like that. We can do baby showers, bridal showers, girls' night out, pretty much anything you name it we can do. We do DIY assisted weddings, so people that don't necessarily want to have they want some say in do some things with the flowers. We can, before the wedding, have your bridal party create all the centerpieces, and then we can
I
use
love that.
them on the tables. Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Just as a fun way to bond and get
Exactly.
together and do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Those are
Look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then some other fun things we do. Every season we have a different collection. So we always have new arrangements coming out with different flowers depending on what's in season. So right now we have our fall season, which is based on the Tennessee Hills and the rolling hills of Tennessee. So a lot of fun arrangements there. We also do a lot of wreaths, so we try to incorporate a wreath in every season.
Yes.
We do try to do evergreen wreaths, obviously, in around Christmas time, but we try to do different types of wreaths throughout the year. So we did an herb wreath this past year. It was dried herbs and fresh
that was
herbs,
cool.
and then when it dried, it was really fragrant. It was beautiful.
I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to come do that one. That one sounds really fun.
Yeah. So they're a lot of fun, but lots
Yeah.
of different things you can do. The way people spin it is totally up to you.
Perfect. Again, we've got Ashley Thomson on the show with us today with Alice's Table. And we're talking about these great events that she hosts where it's floral arranging, you get together with friends, it's community, you're just sharing and having a good time. She does it all. She makes you look like a Martha Stewart master. You're going to be so proud of your centerpiece when you put this thing
That's
together.
right.
But just a great thing to do any time of the year, but especially as we're going into the holidays.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
how did you get into this?
So I actually heard about Alice's Table. I started on the East Coast over in
Okay.
Boston. Alice from Alice's Table started it, doing it herself, and then she actually got on Shark Tank And so Shark Tank is one of my absolute favorite shows to watch, especially like on a day like this when it's dreary and cold. And but I love watching all the different products that come on Shark Tank. Sometimes I try to, go buy whatever I can. Usually they're always sold out by the time the show's over. But I saw this on there and I thought, wow, what a fun way to go out there, be creative, get to talk to other women and men who show up at your events and do something fun. I have a 2.5-year-old at home, so it's always fun to be able to talk to women.
Adult time
yeah,
is a good
exactly.
thing.
Have some fun. I love to be creative. So I was like, well, this sounds like something fun I could do. So I thought, why not give it a shot? So that's how I ended up over here in the Seattle area doing it. So it's slowly migrated out from the East Coast out to the Seattle area. There's execs all over the country, but I pretty much head up the whole Seattle area, so can't complain.
I love it. Well,
yeah.
you do a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
You made it such a fun event and so easy and like low stress.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
Yeah, it was really a fun time.
Good. I'm glad you had fun.
Cool. What else should we know about Alice's Table?
Let's see here. Just anyway, we all kinds of events that we do. We're pretty much event based, so we do.
Sure.
If you're interested in hosting an event, we do. We can also have you create your own arrangements. So if you're interested in a specific type of flowers.
Oh, great.
We had a gal who did a birthday party last year and she wanted a specific type of flower, so we kind of created an arrangement around that flower. Peonies, she loved peonies.
I like the big flowers. Hydrangeas, peonies, dahlias.
There
Those
you
are
go.
kind of like three
Yes, absolutely.
flowers.
Yep. So just different ways that you can, make the event your own and kind of create to your own. And that's the same thing with the DIY assisted weddings. If you have a vision for what you want your centerpiece to look like,
right,
we can definitely help you create that. And otherwise, we can give you ideas on what, what's most popular and what a lot of people do around here. So
that's great. I love that you give your centerpieces names too. It's kind of cute. I think we did the Whitney. After the museum in New York, so and I felt extra fancy.
One of the arrangements this season or this fall season is called the Georgia Pearl.
Okay.
Yep. So in Shelbourne Farms, and there's a lot of different. Every season they come out with new arrangements and new names. So we just have a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun, especially when we have them. Especially at restaurants or venues where people can purchase food and drinks along, so they can kind of make it a night out and have fun. Yeah.
And most of your events are about an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Yeah, I would say
if people are planning.
Yep. About 2 hours is probably the average time.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends how big the class is. So I had an event last week that was about 20 people. And that one took a little bit longer, but it was still just as fun. It just kind of depends how many questions people ask. I get that, a lot of questions, or trying to help people as they go through their arrangement. So it just kind of depends, but I would say on average about 2 hours.
Right, which I think is a perfect amount of time for everybody.
Yep, and they're usually in the evenings during the week. So if we schedule them during the week, we have them on the evening so that people can get there from work and whatnot. And then typically on the weekends we do them either around brunch or early afternoon, just so people have the rest of their day to in their evening. So
I think that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, we have Ashley Thomson with Alice's Table on the show today, talking about these great events that you have planned already if you're looking for something fun to do throughout the year. We're going into the holidays, so I think it's perfect timing, but you run them all year long.
Yes, we do.
So whether you've got your own theme or there's a holiday coming up, they can come, they can hop online, they can sign up for one of your events, or you will come and host them. And how do they find you again?
So they can find me on Instagram and Facebook as Alice's Table Bellevue, or you can find the Alice's Table website, just alicestable.com, and then there's an event section, and you can search by the state, and it will show what events are happening in the state.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I highly encourage you guys to sign up and try some stuff.
They should.
For sure. I know. And you're a 425er. You live in a 425.
I do. Yes.
You're born and raised in the 425?
Well, technically I was born in Michigan, but I moved to Seattle when I was
Midwest.
2.
See, I grew up in the Midwest.
So I consider myself a Seattleite because I
kind of like the Midwestern.
Yeah.
So. That's good though.
Yeah. So technically Seattle's my home, but I technically wasn't born here. So
it's okay.
Yeah.
I think more and more there's more people here that weren't born here.
Yeah.
For sure. What are some of your favorite 425 things to do?
Oh gosh.
Which you have a 2.5-year-old and you do Alice's Table, so you might not
I like to shop.
Good for you.
My mom and I love to shop on the weekends, so that's always been our thing to do, is go shopping on the weekends. And
got it.
Now that I have a little, well, he's not so much little anymore, but 2.5-year-old, now we like to bring him along, and he loves coming shopping with Gigi and all that, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Any favorite spots?
Bellevue Square, typically.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to Alderwood, just kind of depends on the day. You know, I like that Alderwood's outdoorsy, so you know, it's kind of like you feel like you're in California in the summertime at least. When
Right.
we have a summer.
Exactly.
But yeah, so kind of depends on the day and what we're feeling and what we're doing. But
I love Bellevue Square as we get into the holidays
Yes.
with all of the lights and
yeah.
especially as we get closer to the holidays when they're open late. I love to go really late at night when it's not so busy and it's, you know, there's all the lights inside and it just feels extra special.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do, at least around Thanksgiving, is Black Friday shopping. And my mom and my cousin and I have
You're
always.
bold.
We don't.
Do you like get up super early?
We'll do that on Friday mornings. We refuse to get up and do the whole Thanksgiving Day store thing.
Yeah,
I
I can't support that.
So we always, just for fun, we get up on Friday mornings early, and we used to hit up PetSmart. Now we don't anymore. But now we'll do, like, you know, Bath and Body Works and maybe some of just like the smaller store, you know, that have already had their big sales and whatnot. But it's just more of a tradition now that we.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Small Business Saturday.
That's right.
I always love.
Yep.
And then Cyber Monday, Alaska Airlines has their airfare sale, usually insider tip on Cyber Monday. They usually
good to
have some
know.
good airfares. So I don't know where I'm going, but
We're going to Hawaii next July, so.
okay.
I'm going to have to
You
keep
just
that
told the
one
rest
in
of the
mind.
crew here, so where we going?
Yeah, I don't know.
We're
I
all
know.
going.
We're
Jen's
gonna
in
have.
too. We're all
Yes,
going.
every other show has the we're on some fancy.
Yeah, we're on
vacation.
remote.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's do a remote. I'm
Okay.
down.
The 425 show. We're going remote.
Barbados.
It's
Tahiti.
happening.
Include me in that one.
See?
We don't know where we're going, but it's going to be warm and there's going to be Santa.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome. Thank you for
Yeah,
joining us
thank you so
today,
much for having
Ashley.
me.
I so appreciate you being here. It was such a fun
Yeah.
thing doing your event.
Good. I'm glad you had fun. It
Yes,
was a lot
I
of fun
wish
to
you
have
all the best with your
Thank you.
upcoming events. Again, you can always find all of this information on the website after the show. Hope Link if you want to donate. Phenomenal organization.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Alice's Table, book an event, go to one of their events. It's a great thing to do. NicoleMangina.com/podcast. And for real estate stuff, you can always find me via email, Nicole@NicoleMangina.com. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.